Some grow older like a river, widening, deepening, flowing stronger with every mile. Others fade like a forgotten trail, eroded not by years, but by silent surrender to habits that steal life in tiny, invisible ways. If you've ever met someone over 80 whose eyes still gleam, whose body still moves with surprising ease, know this: it wasn't luck. It was a quiet rebellion against what the world assumed aging had to be. Today, we are invited behind the curtain to glimpse the simple, powerful secrets that extraordinary seniors live by, not for vanity, but for the sheer joy of staying deeply, fiercely alive. Does this sound like someone you know? That vibrant elder who seems to defy time itself? Keep watching, because what they know might change everything about how you approach your own journey. They never let the morning pass without moving their body. Not intense, punishing exercise, but gentle, deliberate awakening. Whether it's stretching by the bedside, a morning walk as the neighborhood still sleeps, or the flowing movements of Tai Chi in a sunlit corner, they greet each day through movement, not screens or news. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted centuries ago, when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. These extraordinary seniors embody this philosophy. With every sunrise they welcome, they understand that those first minutes set the tone for everything that follows. The body awakened gently remembers its strength. The joints moved mindfully retain their flexibility. The heart rate elevated slightly prepares for whatever challenges may come. Have you noticed how your own mornings shape your days? Those days when you begin with movement versus those that start with worry or digital distraction? The difference can be profound. These remarkable elders treat food as fuel, not reward or entertainment. They've learned that every meal is a crossroads, a choice between nourishing their longevity or feeding their immediate cravings. They choose vibrant foods, vegetables in rainbow hues, protein-rich legumes, gut-healing fermented foods, healthy fats that feed their brain, not to punish themselves or follow rigid rules, but to nourish their future self. As one 94-year-old gardener from Okinawa told researchers, a meal is either a seed of life or a seed of decay. The choice is made 3 times a day. This wisdom isn't about perfection or deprivation, it's about intention. These seniors aren't counting calories obsessively or denying themselves occasional pleasures. They simply approach their plate with awareness that food is information, speaking directly to their genes, their cellular health, their tomorrow. The next time you prepare a meal, pause for just a moment. Ask yourself, am I feeding my future or merely satisfying my present? This small shift in thinking has guided countless vibrant elders through decades of nourishing choices. They tend to their relationships like a garden, with daily care, not occasional emergency intervention. Small acts daily, a phone call to check on a friend, a handwritten note of appreciation, a kind word to a stranger, an evening of truly listening to a spouse or child. They understand that loneliness weakens the immune system more profoundly than cigarettes, that isolation ages the body faster than poor diet. Companionship isn't luxury, it's survival. It's memory kept alive in human form. It's purpose renewed through connection. Notice how the healthiest seniors rarely live completely alone, even if they live independently. They maintain a web of relationships, not just family bonds, but friendships that span generations, communities they contribute to with their wisdom and presence. Does someone in your life need tending today? A simple message, a brief visit? The extraordinary seniors among us never let the sun set without having nurtured at least one important relationship. Keep watching. The next habit might be one you've overlooked but could transform your health. They keep learning something new every month, sometimes every week. It doesn't matter if it's watercolor painting, chess strategy, navigating a new technology, learning phrases in a foreign language, or mastering a new recipe. They give their brains reasons to form new connections, reasons to keep growing. They understand that curiosity isn't just a personality trait, it's preventive medicine for the mind. Neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to change and adapt, doesn't retire. Neither should your curiosity. The healthiest seniors approach each day with questions, not just habits. They read widely. They engage with different viewpoints. They attempt skills that make them feel delightfully awkward at first. When was the last time you tried something that made you feel gloriously incompetent before you improved? As one 88-year-old concert pianist who still performs publicly shared, "The day I stop learning new pieces is the day my mind begins its final diminuendo." What will you learn this month that will surprise those who think they know you well? Perhaps most counter to our achievement-obsessed culture, these vibrant elders honor rest as sacred, not lazy. Afternoon naps, slow afternoons watching birds at the feeder, silent prayer, gentle reflection. They allow recovery without shame, understanding that longevity is built in stillness as much as in striving. Busy hands often betray a weary soul. Rest wisely, and you extend the life of both. These seniors recognize that the modern world's constant productivity demands are a recent, unnatural development in human history. Traditional cultures have always honored seasons of rest, cycles of restoration. The body wasn't designed for perpetual output. Notice this in yourself or someone you care about. That resistance to slowing down, that guilt when not being productive. Could it be that what you really need isn't another accomplishment but permission to restore? The healthiest seniors have already answered this question. They've reclaimed rest as their birthright. They practice micro acts of resilience every day, choosing the stairs over the elevator, walking an extra block to their destination, laughing at frustrations instead of stewing in anger, doing the slightly uncomfortable thing, like walking in gentle rain, rather than waiting for perfect weather, because it keeps their spirit limber and their body adaptable. Resilience isn't built in emergencies. It's trained quietly in ordinary discomfort. These extraordinary elders understand that small, voluntary hardships prepare the system for inevitable, bigger challenges. They don't avoid minor discomforts. They welcome them as teachers. Hot day? They might sit outside anyway, training their body's temperature regulation. Joint stiffness? They move precisely when the impulse is to remain still. Which small discomfort might you voluntarily embrace today, knowing it strengthens rather than harms you? Comment the number below if you've noticed yourself avoiding these micro-challenges that could actually build your resilience. They carry a fierce, quiet joy that refuses to fade, not toxic positivity that denies reality, but a deliberate, daily choice to find beauty, however small, however late in the day, or season, or life. They greet the world like old friends greet each other, with warmth, humor, and grace for the rough edges. Joy isn't something that happens to these remarkable elders. It's something they refuse to surrender, regardless of circumstances. They've learned that happiness may be circumstantial, but joy is a practice. They collect moments of wonder the way others collect grievances. They speak of beauty with the enthusiasm others reserve for complaints. A 97-year-old artist who still exhibits her work described it this way: "I don't have time for the luxury of pessimism anymore. Every morning, I decide again that this day will contain something worth witnessing, even if I have to create it myself." Have you made this choice recently? To witness beauty rather than catalog disappointments? These extraordinary seniors practice gratitude not as an occasional exercise, but as a lens through which they view existence. They don't just give thanks before meals, they savor each bite, as if it were tangible abundance made manifest. They don't just appreciate grand gestures, they notice the small miracles, a bird's perfect flight, the precise shade of sunset, the comfort of a warm cup held in aging hands. Research confirms what they've intuited. Gratitude literally rewires the brain for well-being. It lowers inflammation, improves heart rate variability, enhances sleep quality. When you express thanks, your body listens and responds with measurable changes to your physiology. Keep watching. We're about to reveal the final and perhaps most powerful habit these extraordinary seniors share. They've mastered the art of letting go, of grudges that serve no purpose, of possessions that became burdens, of identities that no longer fit, of expectations that were never reasonable. They understand that carrying resentment into old age is like packing rocks for a journey uphill. They choose, again and again, to travel light. This doesn't mean they forget harm or injustice. It means they refuse to let old wounds dictate their present joy. They've learned the subtle difference between remembering and reliving. They honor their past without being imprisoned by it. "I spent decades holding people accountable," said one 91-year-old former judge, now known for his remarkable serenity. "Now I spend my days holding myself accountable only for my peace of mind. Everything else I release." Is there something you're still carrying that's heavier than it needs to be? Some grudge, some disappointment, some regret that steals energy you could use for living fully today? Longevity is not just the art of living long. It's the art of living awake, so fully, so fiercely, that time itself seems to bow to your will. You don't extend life by fighting death. You extend it by expanding every moment you're blessed to still have breath, still have sight, still have choice. And the greatest secret of all? It's never too late to start. Even if you feel years have been wasted, even if your body feels tired, even if regret has been your constant companion, today you can still water what remains. You can still root yourself deeper into life. You can still become a river, widening, deepening, flowing stronger with every remaining mile. These extraordinary seniors aren't anomalies or genetic outliers. They're people who made choices, daily choices, that accumulated into extraordinary health span. They chose movement over stagnation, nourishment over convenience, connection over isolation, curiosity over certainty, rest over exhaustion, resilience over comfort, joy over bitterness, forgiveness over resentment. And now the choice is yours. Which of these practices will you begin today? Which seed will you plant in the garden of your future self? Notice how your body responds to even the thought of these changes, that spark of recognition, that whisper of possibility. The path to remarkable aging isn't found in expensive supplements or secret technologies. It's carved through daily decisions that honor the wisdom of those who've walked it successfully before us. Listen to them, watch them, and more importantly, join them in their quiet rebellion against what aging is supposed to be. Because you too can grow older like a river, gathering strength, depth, and beauty with every passing year.